There are those who continue to hunt the difficult Capra goats even after their original 12. The mountains where these animals live somehow draw many GSCO members back for more. For the tough of mind and body who do this, there are the milestones of the Capra World Slam Super 20 and Super 30, and we'll honor some of those people here tonight. So please hold your applause till everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. First, we want to go to the Capra Super 20s. It was on Sapienza Island, Greece in 2016 that Bob DeHadaway of Delaware completed his Capra Super 20 with the Cree Ibex. Backing up, we see Bob completed his Capra World Slam of 12 in 2011 with the Pyrenean Chamois from France. Bob's first Capra hunt was in 2003 when he took an American mountain goat from British Columbia. In 2009, Bob scored with a Sind Ibex. In 2012, he hunted in Romania and Croatia, where he took a Carpathian and Balkan Chamois. And later that same year, he got a Bizor Ibex in Turkey. In 2014, Bob took both an Altai and Gobi Ibex in Mongolia. It was in Austria in 2017 that Charles Heron of Alabama completed his Capra Super 20 with an Alpine Chamois and Ibex. Charles' first hunt in Mongolia was in 2002 for an Altai Ibex, and he returned in 2017 and scored with a beautiful Gobi Ibex. On a hunt in Turkey in 2008, Charles took a Bizor Ibex. An American mountain goat in Alaska was taken by Charles in 2010, and Charles took a Gritos Ibex in Spain in 2014 to complete his Capra Slam of 12 goats. He traveled back to Spain in 2016 and took a Cantabrian Chamois and Mallorcan wild goat on his quest for the 20. Alejandro Reyes of Mexico achieved his Capra World Slam Super 20 on a trip to Spain and France in late 2017. On those trips, he took a Pyrenean Chamois from France and the other Chamois, all four Ibex and the Mallorcan wild goat from Spain. Alejandro hunted in Pakistan and then Kyrgyzstan in 2007 and collected a Himalayan and Mid-Asian Ibex. One of the three Caucasus mountain species that Alejandro took in 2009 was a great Mid-Caucasian Tur. He achieved his Capra World Slam of 12 in 2012 with a Himalayan Tahr from Nepal. Alejandro hunted in Mongolia in 2011 and took a fine Gobi Ibex. Let's give this group of Capra Super 20 holders a big hand. Now let's move along to the Capra World Slam Super 30s. Gary Ingersoll of Texas achieved his Capra Super 30 in 2016 with the Low Tatra Chamois in Slovakia. Backing way up to 1983, we see that Gary took a Dagestan Eastern Tur in the Caucasus Mountains of Russia. In 1984, Gary hunted in Mongolia and took an Altai Ibex. He traveled back to the Caucasus in 1999 and got a Caucasian Chamois. Gary achieved his Capra Super 20 with a southeastern Spanish Ibex in 2005. The Caucasus Mountains of Russia called Gary back again in 2010, and he took a Kuban Western Tur. In 2013, Gary got a Sind Ibex in Pakistan, and later that year scored with an Anatolian Chamois in Turkey. Gary hunted throughout Europe in 2015 to add 4 Capra species toward his 30, including a Chartreuse Chamois in France, Cree Ibex in Macedonia, Cree Hybrid Ibex in Croatia, and a Mallorcan Wild Goat in Spain. Chris Jackson of Missouri started his Capra goat hunting back in 2001 with an Alpine Chamois in Austria. Chris achieved his Capra World Slam of 12 goats with 3 species in the Caucasus Mountains in 2008, which included the Dagestan Eastern and Kuban Western Turs and the Caucasian Chamois. Chris reached the Capra Super 20 in 2011 by taking an Alpine Ibex in Switzerland. On his journey to the Super 30, Chris finished all 10 of the Chamois on the Capra list with an Anatolian in Turkey in 2013, a Chartreuse in France in 2014, and the Low Tatra from Slovakia in 2016. Chris traveled back to hunt in Turkey again in 2016 and was successful in taking a Bizor Ibex. In April 2017, Chris hunted the difficult mountains of Nepal and collected the Himalayan Tahr. Then in October 2017, he traveled to Mongolia and and took both ibex, including the Altai that you see here. For his Capra Super 30, Chris made a special trip last month to Scotland and took a completely free-ranging feral goat. Moving along to another Capra Super 30 holder, we find that Jose Pepe Madrazo of Spain has taken all 4 of the Capra species which live in the Caucasus Mountains. 3 of those, the Gaval Western Tur, Mid-Caucasian Tur, and Caucasian Chamois, were all taken in 2011. It was this hunt that gave Pepe the Capra Super 30. Backing way up to 1980, we see that Pepe took a Pyrenean Chamois from Spain as his first Capra trophy. Early on in Pepe's Capra quest, he took a Bukharin Markhor in Uzbekistan. Pepe added an Alpine Ibex from Austria in 2005. With the Gridos Ibex, he achieved his Capra World Slam of 12 goats in 2005. Also in 2005, Pepe hunted in Iran and collected a Persian Desert Ibex. Just before China closed to hunting in 2006, Pepe added the very rare Goral and Sorrel. Pepe hunted in Mongolia in 2006 and took a fine Altai Ibex. In 2010, he hunted in Nepal and took a Himalayan Tar to his ever-growing Capra list. Pepe has actually taken 38 species of Capra goats toward his Super 40. Eduardo Negrete of Mexico has done a lot of mountain hunting, and since he's receiving his Capra Super 30, that fact should be most evident. Eduardo has taken all 4 of the Capra species from the Caucasus Mountains, and in 2015 he achieved his Capra Super 30 there by taking a Caucasian Chamois and Mid-Caucasian Tur. Eduardo hunted in Pakistan in 2013 and 2014 and collected 3 Markhor species, including the Kashmir, Astor, and Suleiman varieties. In 2002, Eduardo took his first Capra species, which was a Gridos Ibex in Spain. He took several Capra goats in 2014, including the above-mentioned Markhors, as well as a Himalayan and Sind Ibex in Pakistan, an Altai Ibex in Mongolia, and a Chartreuse Chamois in France. Eduardo's hunted extensively in Iran, where he took a Bizor Ibex in 2005, and in late 2017 added a Persian Desert Ibex as his most recent Capra trophy. Hobson Reynolds of Georgia is next up for a Capra World Slam Super 30. It was a Sind Ibex from Pakistan that got him to that magic number in 2015. It was in 2001 that Hobson took a Mid-Asian Ibex in Tajikistan as his first Capra goat. Hobson couldn't resist hunting the Ibex of Spain, so in 2002 he hunted there and took the Basadi and Gridos Ibex. Hobson heard the Ibex of Mongolia calling in 2003, so he hopped on over and took both a Gobi and Altai Ibex. In 2004, Hobson hunted Spain again and scored with a fine Pyrenean Chamois. Hobson has all 4 Capra species from the Caucasus Mountains, but it was in 2011 that he achieved his Capra Super 20 after taking a Kuban Western Tur and a Caucasian Chamois. The mighty Himalayas of Nepal were on Hobson's list, so in 2012 he hunted there and took a Himalayan Tar. Hobson achieved his Capra World Slam in 2004 with the Bizor Ibex from Turkey, and he went back to Turkey in 2013 and took the very difficult Anatolian Chamois. Alan and Barbara Sackman of New York will both be receiving their Capra World Slam Super 30s tonight. Earlier we mentioned many of their hunting achievements when we presented them their Ovis World Slam Super 30s. Alan took his first Capra goat in 1982, which was an Altai Ibex from Mongolia. One of the first Capras taken by Barbara was a Himalayan Tar from 1985 in Nepal. Another early Capra species for Alan was an American mountain goat in 1988, and he achieved his Capra World Slam in 1996 with the Southeastern Ibex. Barbara completed her Capra World Slam in 2001 with the Gridos Ibex in Spain. In 2005, Alan hunted in Turkey and took a Bizor Ibex and Anatolian Chamois, while Barbara hunted in Mongolia and got a fine Altai Ibex. In 2007, the couple traveled back to Turkey, where Barbara took a Bizor Ibex while Alan added the Bizor Hybrid Ibex on his march toward the Capra Super 30. Alan and Barbara hunted together in Pakistan in 2008 and each took a Sind Ibex and Suleiman Markhor. Alan achieved his Capra Super 20 in 2007 with a Mallorcan wild goat from Spain, while Barbara's Super 20 was with an Alpine Ibex taken in Austria in 2009. In 2012, Barbara first took a fantastic mid-Asian Ibex in Kazakhstan, and then she and Alan both took Chartreuse Chamois in France. They both also hunted the Low Tatra Chamois in Slovakia in 2013, and they each got their Chamois. Alan and Barbara hunted Gobi Ibex together in Mongolia in 2016, and each took their Ibex. Alan achieved his Capra World Slam in Pakistan during April 2017 with the Himalayan Ibex. Barbara's Capra Super 30 came with a last day Caucasian Chamois taken in Russia in September 2017. Her Chamois wasn't recovered until she had left camp, but we do have a photo of the skull and horns, as well as a photo of Barbara during the hunt. Peter Spear of New Hampshire is being recognized tonight for his Capra Super 30. Peter's last two species were a Chartreuse Chamois in France and then the Low Tatra Chamois in Slovakia in 2017. Peter started chasing the goats of the world back in 1995 with an Altai Ibex from Mongolia. In 2008, Peter took a Kuban Western and Mid-Caucasian turf in the Caucasus Mountains, which along with his Dagestan Eastern turf in 2006 gave him all three. Peter coined the phrase Tur Trifecta, and the nickname Trifecta has stuck ever since. Peter did go back to the Caucasus in 2015 and added the Caucasian Chamois, which gives him all four Capra species from the Caucasus Mountains. In 2012, Peter took a Gritos Ibex in Spain, and then an Alpine Ibex in Switzerland on the same trip. Peter took the unique Krikri Ibex on Atalante Island in Greece in 2014. In 2016, Peter traveled back to Mongolia, 21 years after his first hunt there, and took a Gobi Ibex. Later the same year, Peter hunted in Pakistan and scored with a Sind Ibex. It was in Turkey during January 2017 that Peter took a fantastic Anatolian Chamois, which is listed as number 2 in the SCI record book. Peter hunted on Dugi Otok Island, Croatia, later in 2017, where he collected a Krikri hybrid Ibex. Our last Capra tonight is GSCO board member Bruce Tatterchuck of Alabama, who achieved his Super 30 last month in December 2017 with the Himalayan and Sind Ibex. In 2006, Bruce hunted in Mongolia and took a Gobi Ibex. Bruce has all four Capra species from the Caucasus Mountains, including the Dagestan Eastern Tur, taken in 2007. On a three-country triple chamois hunt in Europe in 2008, Bruce got an Alpine Chamois in Slovenia. Bruce took an Alpine Ibex in Switzerland in 2011, and he achieved his Capra Super 20 with the Gritos Ibex from Spain in 2012. In 2014, Bruce got a Low Tatra Chamois in Slovakia. The Caucasus Mountains of Russia called Bruce back again in 2015, where he took a Caucasian Chamois. Later that year, Bruce got a fantastic Bizor Ibex in Turkey, and he hunted in Spain in 2016 and scored with a magnificent Basadi Ibex. Well, Bruce hunted in Greece in 2017 and took a Krikri Ibex. These Capra World Slams complete all of our awards for this evening. Each year we choose the Friday night banquet to honor so many of our members for their amazing mountain hunting milestones. We know it makes for a longer evening, but we hope that we've made it entertaining. One last time, let's give them all a big round of applause.